Can Scalenut really replace your entire content creation process? Let's put it to the test. Everyone is always looking to speed up their content creation process. I am myself. I'm always looking to improve how I find keywords and my keyword strategy. And I'm also looking at starting writing articles, and Scalenut looks to have that covered. So if that's something you're looking to do, let's see if it covers it. If that's something you're looking to do, let's see if Scalenut does a good job. So what is Scalenut? Scalenut is an AI-powered content creation and SEO optimization tool. It does all the best features: AI writing, SEO research, and content planning. If at any point during this video you want to try it out for yourself, if anything rings home with you and sparks a little bit of a light bulb and you want to give it a go, there's going to be a link in the description. It will enable you to get Scalenut at the best price available. So just click it down below. It's there in the description for you. First impressions of Scalenut is, for someone that isn't too used to working with AI like myself, this looks really user-friendly. Everything is super clean. You can kind of figure out where you're going. So for me personally, I have a YouTube channel, and of course, one major thing that I've been wanting to get into is a blog and writing articles. So I have a travel vlog, so I'll go to places in the Philippines and other places in Asia, and I'll explore. But of course, it would be really cool to write about those places, but I've never really been a confident writer. So I'm going to test this and see if it can kind of replace my really crappy writing with something really good. So I've gone on to the article writer. So for the context, I've just put the Philippines, and you can see where it's going to aim the content for. So it's got the US flag. It then comes up with the context. So you've got article type, you've got general, beginner's guide, listicle, service page, affiliate. So there's different types of things you can do. There's a lot of options. You've got reference articles, so if there's articles that you kind of want to reference for this article to be written, you can select them. You've got the English variant, obviously US, British, English. As it's aimed at the American market, it's going to be American English. If it was aimed at the British market, I would choose obviously British. And then, yeah, you can then move through to create the title. The title is already put in there for me. You've got a list of AI-generated titles: Discover the Philippines, Culture, History, and More, the Philippines Travel Guide, Tips for Your Journey, Exploring the Philippines Must-See Destinations. So they're all kind of like content, like heavy titles, so they really catch your eye, and these are the AI generated ones. There's also top ranked titles, so obviously like Philippines, history, map, flag, population, capital, and facts, Britannica. These are the ones that are obviously ranked already, and you can rephrase them. For now, let's look at the AI generated titles, and I'm going to go with the Philippines Travel Guide, Tips for Your Journey. So I would use this, for instance, if I'm planning an overall guide of the Philippines, which I have done on YouTube. So of course, to be able to translate that into an article for someone to read is perfect, and I haven't got the time, and I also don't really have the skills to write that myself. So then we go through to the build outline, and it comes out of an outline essentially of how your article is going to be. Starts with the introduction, essential travel tips to the Philippines, which is the best time to visit, local transportation tips, and then it's got top cities to explore. It's got a bit about Manila, a bit about Cebu, must visit Philippine beaches, which has got Boracay and Palawan. So I mean, as someone that has like a lot of experience traveling to the Philippines, this is all the things that someone would look for, especially for their first journey. So in terms of things it's covering, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So you can then actually add more in. So for instance, you've got the history of the Philippines, so prehistory, early states. You can go through the Spanish and American colonization of the Philippines. Then of course it's independence and the modern Philippines. So you can also add certain things in there, sort of background and geography and biodiversity, military, administrative divisions. There's a lot that you can put in there. This stuff for my personal article isn't really going to be relevant, but that's all good. If you want to do something else, it's there. And maybe people might want to learn briefly about the colonization of the Philippines when they're getting ready to travel there, as it does impact the country a lot. So let's click through to generate content, and then yeah, you're basically given an entire article with AI images as well. The AI image is absolutely fantastic. It looks like a real image. Key highlights, it's got the introduction, essential travel tips, best time to visit, the bits that we outlined earlier, other than of course it's actually got an entire article. And it doesn't, sometimes with AI writing you can get this very machine-like way of talking where it's just really, they use so many keywords, it sounds like AI, you can tell it's AI. But with this, it literally sounds very authentic. Planning your trip is important for enjoying the Philippines. Get to know the tropical weather and bring light, casual clothes. Don't forget waterproof items and mosquito repellent. Very natural, not sort of like all of these horrible, thick AI ways of talking where, as I said, it just sounds like a computer. And then simply, you just export it and you're good to go. It comes up with a suggested score for the SEO. It's got issues, meta tags. There's a lot to delve into, a lot to learn, but first impressions of a content generator that makes articles, fantastic, 10 out of 10. So in terms of the keyword planner, you enter your primary keyword to find related keywords. So I'm currently doing a video about the city of Baguio in the Philippines. So I typed in Baguio and it took around 4 or 5 minutes. It actually emailed me, which was really handy when the package was ready. Let's see what it's given us. So of course, Baguio, uncover Baguio's hidden gems. We've got Baguio Village, exploring Baguio Village. Baguio is not a village, so that one's not particularly accurate. Baguio Tagalog, Baguio City, your Tagalog journey. That's a little bit random, but it could work, I guess. Baguio Day, unforgettable Baguio, a day to remember. So then really you can actually select these and you can just click create article and it will, go down the same route as it did previously when we did the article before. You'll get the outline, title, and you'll be good to go and you'll have an article based on your keyword, which is amazing. Sometimes it's easy to think of something to make it about rather than not really know the direction that you want to take it in. So this is really used for that. So what are the pros and cons of this? I think it's a little bit limited, if I'm honest. Of course, if you want to write articles, which I do, then it's perfect. I can see you kind of having to combine this with a lot of other things. So if you're a general content creator that obviously does articles, YouTube, so you don't really have any video editing AI in this or anything like that. Of course, it can help you think of ideas for videos. It can kind of help you with the direction you want to take videos in, which is really, really helpful. But yeah, I mean, it's quite limited. Of course, for article writing, it is absolutely perfection. I don't really think I can fault it. Of course, with any AI article writer, you're not just going to be able to write the article, slap it online, and then wish for the best. Of course, you're going to have to go into it yourself a little bit and modify bits and bobs. So it's got your own personal flow and your personal flavour on it, which is a no-brainer, that's obvious. I think for me, as someone that's looking to get into article writing and get into a blog, it's perfect. It really is perfect because I don't have the confidence with my writing to be able to write a blog that someone would enjoy. For this, if you're a professional writer, you might look at it and be like, oh, that's not very good, which is fair enough. But for me, not knowing really how to write blogs, I can at least create a blog from this and learn from it, which is the main thing. So really, if you think about students, if they're learning how to write, if you've got students looking at journalism, if you've got students that are learning how to write in English punctually, then of course this is really good because it will generate an article, it will generate a piece of literature, it will generate whatever you want, and you can then kind of learn from it. Whether you want to use it as a final piece is up to you. It's up to some people's standards, might not be up to others. For bloggers, of course, it's a no-brainer. People that are in marketing, SEO specialists, of course, with the keyword search and all of that type of thing, is really, really good. SEO specialists would obviously benefit from the keywords. That's a no-brainer. Bloggers and beginner bloggers would benefit from this, obviously, because it's helpful to get a bit of a kickstart in blogging. It's going to work for me, and I'm actually going to use this 100%. So if you're a beginner blogger and you want to try out blogging, or you maybe want to learn how to write blogs, give this a go. If you're a professional blogger and you're maybe looking for a way to increase your productivity, speed up your workflow, something like this, then download it and give it a go. The link is in the description for you to use, guys, and the deal's the best you're going to get. I'm going to give this a go myself. I'm going to delve more into it and see kind of what I can come up with. You never know, you might see a blog from me soon. I'll let you know. So yeah, while everything seems quite basic, the minimal tools that it's got, it does very well, which I think is the main thing. You're not kind of getting any bells and whistles like you do with other kind of AI products, but for instance, the blog writing, you're getting exactly what you need. And in my very short hands-on experience with it, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's provided a good blog for me to work on. When I think about it, I gave it kind of like a very vague article to write about, which is the Philippines. So, if you gave it something more specific, you may get a much higher quality article. But let me know in the comments, have you used it? What do you think? How have you found the blog writing? Has it helped you? And if you're a fan of these types of videos and you want to learn more about technology and learn more about AI, I've got a ton of videos coming. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.